I grew up in the Northeast and went to high school in New York City. And so the Belk Scholarship was how I first heard about Davidson. It's what led me to visit for the first time. And I remember being there over finalist weekend and thinking, wow, this is a place that will really change me because of the strength of the community and the relationships among students and with professors. And that all turned out to be true. Davidson is a place that really encourages you to chart an independent course, and the Belk Scholarship gave me the confidence to just take full advantage of that. Learning Chinese turned out to be one of the most pivotal learning experiences in my life because it involved starting from absolute scratch where I was terrible and building to mastery. And what comes out of that is this really deep-seated confidence that you can learn new things from scratch. So as an example, by the end of my senior year, I had started to cultivate this interest in business because I felt that it was a field that was best suited to creating creative and lasting solutions to really intractable problems. And the problem was I had really no work experience before graduating and definitely no business background. And so when I went to a consulting firm after graduating, I made the case that, look, I've demonstrated that I can learn new things from scratch. And I would never have had the confidence to say that, much less believe it, if I hadn't had the experiences I had at Davidson of doing just that. On the topic of community among the Belk scholars, that's something that is really valuable about Davidson generally. And the Belk within that has its own set of really wonderful relationships. Just as one example, the person that I met on Belk finalist weekend became my roommate for all 4 years. We have remained very close friends. I was a groomsman at his wedding, and we still talk every week. And so those relationships within the Belk Scholarship Program and among Davidson students generally really do persist and continue to shape your life after you graduate. When I was living in Taiwan, as one example, I was recruiting people from Davidson who I had known to move overseas and work on this startup with us. And one of the really fun parts of the period of my life when I was living in Asia was occasionally you'd have current Belk scholars passing through, and I'd get a note from Gardner or a note from the scholar saying, hey, I'm doing my stipend in Taiwan, or I'm interested in going to Asia, and I'd love to get on the phone and talk with them about their ideas and just usually be totally floored by their ambition and their drive. And it was always a highlight of my time when I'd get together with those students and either go on a hike or talk to them about their job search or anything in between. In terms of advice that I would give to incoming Belk scholars or new Belk scholars, I think I would rather start with just congratulations. I remember as a first year feeling just the weight of this enormous gift and feeling like I needed to make the most of it and that I needed to somehow find a way to repay it through how I performed at school. And I think that was the wrong way to think about it. And having had a little bit of distance, I'm reminded of advice that one of my mentors at Davidson gave to me, which is that the Belk is really incredible award, but it's a vote of confidence in the person that you're becoming. And it's an invitation to really immerse yourself fully in the Davidson community and in the relationships with people there that will shape you into the sort of person that you want to be. And so there really aren't expectations that come with it other than that you invest fully in the experience of doing that exploration and pushing yourself to challenge yourself and to grow in ways that may be unfamiliar, unexpected, or that do require work. And I think one of the really special things about Davidson is because of these bonds that you'll have with your friends, your classmates, your professors, that feels like a very natural thing. And so it's just part of a journey of discovery, and it's really fun as an alum now to see people beginning that journey. And so just I would wish you the best and say that I'm around and eager to talk anytime.